What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we had the final review on the Salvino JR Models Next Gen NASCAR. This is their 2022 and 2023 Next Gen Ford Mustang NASCAR. And this one we did a Michael Mcdowell version. So this is not a kit that JR Models has. This is just their kit, but the decals, they don't have this decal sheet. Well, maybe yet. Hopefully they might do it in the 2024 version. But yeah, so JR Models did not produce this kit with this decal sheet. So this is a aftermarket decal sheet. The decals is from, if I remember off the top of my head, Three Amigos. That's the company that makes them. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can get them. It's called Printed Decals. That's the website. That's where you get them from. And these decals, this car looks absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and turn on this table and give it a spin. And yeah, this thing turned out amazing. Only issues I had with it was the paint job. The paint job was really difficult to do. I did not like the two-tone. It was because this next gen NASCAR, they have a lot of sharp edges and stuff, and the tape, it was kept peeling up, so I got a little overbleed, so I had to keep touching up the blue and white, and so on and so forth. But once we got it, it looks good. These decals lay down perfect. I want to tell you the truth, I did not use any Marco saw, like decal softening solution. The only thing I used was decal set. Only thing I used decal saw on was just the hood and the front splitter on the yellow. That's it. Everything else was just Marco set, and these decals formed amazing. So I'm really happy how that turned out. I never had decals form that easily before. It's pretty cool. So that looks really good. Only thing you do have to do on these decals is you do have to cut them out individual. So because it's one big decal sheet, which I'm kind of used to that, but so it is time consuming. So you do have to cut them out pretty close to the decal. You don't have to cut it exact because it is clear backing, but you do have to cut them pretty close, which is not too big a deal. Just come very close, and then more close you cut them, less work you're gonna have to do with the extra decal you have on there. So, but I gotta say, these decals were a breeze to work with. Just besides cutting them out individual, other than that, these decals, I never had decals lay down so easily before without any Marco saw. It's incredible. So that's the decal. It looks super good. So the white is, I just use some leftover splash paints. This is actually just his frozen or frost white. My bad, frost white or frozen white. It's basically the same thing with no metallic. You just use any kind of white. And the blue is a custom mix blue. This is well, from Splash Paints. I asked Sam if he could custom mix it, or if he knows if he has a color for it. He doesn't have a color, so I sent him the hex. I went to horizonhobby.com, got the hex off of there, and I sent it to his way, and he custom mixed it. So this is actually a Horizon Hobby blue, which is super cool because I wanted it to be very close because it has to match the blue on the Horizon Hobby logo. So I wanted to match it perfectly because I got a blue a little bit too light. It's like I'm looking white, and so you do have to match a blue pretty dead on, which is kind of a pain. But Sam, he did an amazing job custom mixing it, and he wasn't so sure, and texted him, and yeah, he did a made up job. So there are a few custom 3D printed parts on here. A lot of these parts are from, I'm going to mention his name because I do have a coupon code. It's from KW Design. So the wheels are from him. The wheels are much skinnier spokes than the ones that comes in the kit. Here's the kit ones. They're pretty fat. They have to make them that fat because of mold issues. You can't make them too thin, always a mold will fail. So, but these are much thinner and fine, like spokes on these BBS wheels, which is very cool. They are a direct fit to these tires. These are the kit tires, and you do use the kit ring for the back. So that looks good. The brakes are from him as well. These are multi-piece brakes. You get the rotor, you get the caliper, and you get the brake pads, which is separate also. So that's very cool. So that looks pretty neat. The exhaust tips are from him as well. They are hollow and they look more realistic than the ones that come molded into the kit. So that looks really good. And also the exhaust, or the fuel cap, which is very cool. So that worked out handy because this is Michael McDowell's road version winning car. This is when the pits were on the opposite side, so they were pitting on the right side of the car instead of the normal left side. So they had to switch the gas tank around. So that came in handy, and a few other parts are from KW Design. So very cool. Here's a coupon code on the bottom of your screen. That is for Colts 3D. Go over there, punch in that coupon code. It is 30% off your order. So if you want to just go ahead and grab every single one of these NASCAR parts he has, and use that coupon code, you'll get 30% off your order. And I'm gonna tell you what, these are amazing parts. So go to Colts 3D. A link to his website is in the description, and just punch that coupon code is in the description as well. Copy and paste it on there, and you'll get 30% off your order. So very cool. So yeah, that's it for the exterior. It looks super good. The windows, I will mention, I did not use the decals that JR models include. Actually, I couldn't use the decals on this one because this kit I bought this kit from Mike's Decals, so they didn't include any decals at all. But JR models, they do have a decal sheet where it does have a black trim on the windshield and stuff. I didn't want that anyway because I don't really like decals. I did that on my first next gen NASCAR build, which is the Chevy Camaro. I didn't really care for it, so I just masked it off and painted the black trim. Only thing that is, decals on here was Michael McDowell's banners front and back, and these orange things for the suspension, suspension dampers. So that's the only thing that's decal, and also the quarter panel because it has the body color there. That's it. That's all it is, decals on the body, or on the the windshield. Of course, this is a world core version. It does have the windshield wiper. I stole this from the JR models Toyota kit because the windshield wiper does not include in the Ford or Camaro kits. So just stole it from the Toyota kit, which is not a big deal, and that looks pretty good. So that's pretty much about it for the exterior. Let's move on to the interior. The interior is pretty nice. I just did some light wiring and plumbing and stuff for the oil and battery and stuff. All that usual stuff. The whole interior I did in just plain white. This is actually just Rust-Oleum white, and it's actually just flat white, and I just put on one coat of 2K clear because it is actually shiny on the real car. So I did that for the whole roll cage and interior, bits and pieces here and there. The dashboard is 3D printed, so that is a full-on 3D printed dashboard. It's more accurate and looks more realistic than the one that comes in the kit. So that looks pretty good. The steering wheel is also 3D printed, so that looks pretty good, and also the shifter 3D printed. So that looks really good. So yeah, the dashboard looks spot on. It all the wires for the engine sensor and the screen and stuff, so we got all that wired up, and yeah, it looks really good. The seat, we did put some seat belts on it, cushion for the black, and then for Michael McDowell's version, pictures I saw for this car, he just had an aluminum seat back, so it wasn't carbon fiber or nothing. So you do have to pay attention what you want to do for the seat. Make sure the car you're replicating is accurate if you want to. So his car just had an aluminum seat, so we just painted it just bare aluminum, so that looks pretty good. So that's pretty much about it for the interior. The engine, it's, well, can't really see much. It's just filters and all the the filterage and air cooling vents and stuff under there. I just did all that in carbon fiber like the real car. And the engine, it's a kit engine. I just put on Ford valve covers on it because that's literally all you can see in there. And obviously this is Ford, so engine bay, nothing too special to look at because it's just vents. I didn't bother wiring it or nothing because literally I did wire my first one, which is the Camaro, and I kind of wasted my time because I did not see any of the wires. So if I were you, just don't wire the engine bay unless you want to, or unless you are going to keep all the venting, cooling vents off the engine. You can have it like in display like in a garage or something. Then that's the time to wire it. But if you're going to do it as like this, just a full on like before or after race, and it's going to have all that venting, cooling on there, I wouldn't even bother putting all wires on the engine bay because you don't see it. So, but yeah. When I take this to shows, I'm probably not going to open the hood anyway. I just keep it shut because it just looks better like this. So that's pretty much about it for this build. Again, it was a good build. These next gen NASCAR models from JR Models, they are really nice. They are a little fiddly, so you have to take your time, go slow them. Some of the suspension is a little fiddly, so just go slow, look at the instructions, double check the instructions and stuff, make sure you're getting it all right. So just take your time and go slow, you'll get them. But they are super incredible kits, and yeah, this is actually my second one I built. So I actually built 3, but this is my main second one I built. So very, very cool. But other than that, guys, that's it. I'm gonna have pictures of this in a photo booth at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But until my next video, I'll catch you next time.